And welcome back to Capital Talk. We have a winner on the bench, folks. This one you will be talking about for years to come. Because I tell you, think about it for a moment. If you were born with no arms, you know you'd be in trouble right there and then. My guest was born that way some 45 years ago. Today, he's the ICT administrator, KWS. He's teaching other people everything that has to do with ICT, and he types 50 words a minute with no arms. Whoa! It's written a book. Mlemavu, question mark. See Mimi. Disabled? Not I. Bottom line, he says, disability is not inability. Godfrey Ipale. Whoa! Makes me want to shout, Godfrey. Makes me want to shout. You're giving everybody hope. Right now, whoever's watching you right now, if they had problems today, problems are gone. I'm telling you, problems are gone. Right?
Yes.
And this country was so, we're so quick to criticize, quick to pull people down, quick to hate, quick to do all kinds of negative things. But I tell you, man, you give people reason. Is there a secret? Is there a bottom line? What do you tell people?
I have a lot to tell people. We might not finish on the bench. This is just the beginning. The bench is just the beginning.
Yes.
There's too much to tell people.
Yeah. In fact, we're going to put your number up so that people can call you.
Fine.
Because you need to talk to people out there.
I will.
People who have no access to the bench, go out there, talk to them.
Fine.
But what's the bottom line? What do you tell them?
The bottom line, life, so long as you are living, so long as you are alive and breathing, do something. Do something better. Don't just do something better. And number two, don't stay in one line. As you mentioned earlier, I did sociology and Kiswahili in the university. Today I'm an ICT administrator at Kenya Wildlife Service. ICT and sociology and Kiswahili are two different things apart. It is because I sit down and say, what else can I do? What other potential is hidden in me? So I ask Kenyans, discover your potential and release it. Let it go. Do it. If you discover your potential and sit on it, you will blame yourself, curse everybody, curse even God, and yet God has given you the authority, the brain. In fact, those who read the Bible, in Genesis, the Bible, God told Adam, you will not eat until you sweat. And same Paul told the Romanians, he who does not work should not eat. He did not say those who are disabled don't work should not eat. He said he. That means a human being who doesn't work should not eat. In essence, let's work.
Did you ever curse God, Godfrey? Did you ever curse him?
Maybe not so much. I did not curse.
But you questioned.
I questioned. When I did my Form 4, and I did not make it to Form 5. I actually got Division 3, which did not have a combination. And my combination, I failed to get it because I did not do history. And when I had not qualified Form 6, I sat down and said, why me? I don't have arms. Why does God make me fail again? Somehow, quietly, said, why me? But then later on I said, no, God gave me the brain. Let me utilize the brain. Let me not curse him. So somehow at times you can almost give up, but never give up.
Yeah.
So I almost, but I didn't.
And you got that second chance to do Form 4 again?
I did. And it was again through either luck or being a disciplined student. Why do I say that? Because when I was still waiting in the village, going to play football in the evening, looking after cattle daytime, one of my teachers met me and asked me, Pale, what have you decided? I didn't have an answer. Then later on he asked me, do you want to repeat? I said, yes, I can repeat right away. I can go back to Form 4 right now. But my problem is I don't have school fees. What do I do? And he said, come back and see me tomorrow. So the reason why my parents could not be able to pay school fees, and the reason why I could not be able to tell him I'm coming back is because I was being sponsored by Action Aid from primary to Form 4. Now they could not continue sponsoring you towards when you failed or something like that. So I went to school the following day, and I met him with the headmaster, and the headmaster said, come back to school, I'll ask Action Aid what to do. I left the school fees to the headmaster and the teachers. I went back home that same evening. I brought back my clothes and came back to school. And I did my Form 4. And I think I passed. I got 24 points. Very few to Division 1.
Yeah, you just missed it by one.
Just missed by one.
Yeah.
I've gotten Division 1. So I passed.
Wow. How are your football skills, by the way?
Wow. people will see and wonder how I play football. If it was these days, today, I would be playing for Arsenal, Manchester United. I will.
Huh?
I would be playing for them.
You would be Didier Drogba.
I will. Obviously.
Michael Essien.
Yes. That is what I will be. I started playing in primary. I used to fear playing the big ball because I was small. I was small-bodied. So that ball was so big. So I used to play the normal tennis ball or the one that we made with yes, homemade. But one day my games teacher saw, no, this guy must play. So we had a friendly match with one primary school. So he put me to play, and I was playing number 11. That day, and I have speed. I ran like an antelope or whatever. So we played, and the same day I was given a nickname. I was hearing people there when I was playing, malaria, malaria. So I'm called malaria. There are people who know me by malaria up to today.
Why?
That I was dangerous like the disease malaria.
You can't make this stuff up. Malaria.
Yes. And that is my name, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love it.
Yes.
All right, let's fast forward because there's a great story about you. You graduated from university.
Sure.
I mean, and you went normally. I mean, it was you were in the dorms and everything, yeah?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
After that, you wanted to do computers.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
And you walked up and down Nairobi.
Yes.
Go on, take it from there.
Now, I wanted to do computer. I wanted to do anything else extra from what I'm doing. So I wanted to do accounts. I felt that's not much. I wanted to do human resource. That is too cheap. So I said, let me do computer. Then my friends were like, how will you do computer with these hands? One of my friends joked and said, you think computer is football? You're just going to play around and be called malaria again. Now that was a good challenge for me. I said, now this, I must prove that I can do it. So I walked around town. Whenever I go to the reception in most places, and I ask that I want to do computers, I'm making some inquiry, they just look for a way of putting me off. So I'll get to know that they're wondering now how these hands, how can they use the keyboard? Seriously, this guy must be mad or something. So I walked around and I went to a very small college. A gentleman was beginning a college. So I went there and told him, I want to do computers. He also looked at me, then said, fine, start. So he didn't know too much, but he had books. So he taught me a bit of it, those old days of MS-DOS, Windows 3.1, those very old days of knowing the command. So I got the books. He taught me very few commands, what I can call DIR, CD, and MD, those shortcuts. And I learned reading the books and doing. And after I graduated, I started teaching by reading and teaching in his college. And that is why I am in computers today. Taught myself computers, and I am doing computers now, and I type faster than you, as you say.
50 words a minute?
Yes.
With this one arm?
This one arm. This is just for helping shift, control, and like that. But this arm types, and I can look at you as I type. 50. No lies.
Yes.
I'll demonstrate to those ones who want. I'll demonstrate.
Yeah, anytime.
Anytime.
You'll be signing this book later.
Sure. I will.
The other thing is, a lot of the people who you taught along the way, you didn't know this, but you found them later on at KWS.
Sure. I think God is great.
God is.
And also, not just God, the service deliver. If you deliver a service well, then people will appreciate later. But if they deliver it poorly, they'll not forget you, they'll not want to identify with you. So I had actually, where I was working at African Regional Center for Computing, we used to have seminars, workshops for especially internet email and internet and website, things like those. Because we were the first to have internet in our place where I was working. So I used to teach on email and the website. And I was a web designer at that place where I was working. So when I applied through an email, I didn't apply a letter, a reference, blah, blah. I just wrote an email to the director, Dr. Leakey.
Yes.
I wrote an email to him. Good luck. They were looking for a web designer. So he forwarded the email to the IT advisor. So the IT advisor got the email and called me and told me, bring the CV. So I took the CV and left to the secretary, not knowing who was sitting behind the secretary. So the person who was sitting behind the secretary, I had taught them in seminars many times. So when I was called for the interview, they were our family. So I took the job.
It was yours.
It was mine.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. But because of the service.
Correct.
If I was poor in teaching,
Yes.
if I was poor in web designing and communicating,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought about me.
Godfrey, you must, when you look back now, right? You've been at KWS 11 years, and your whole life, the last 45 years. You must, and your mother's not alive anymore, but you must think back and say, you know what? You must thank her from where you are every night. Your parents didn't discard you. They could have taken you to an orphanage or just, sent you begging in the streets. They didn't do that.
Yes, they didn't do that. And that is what I thank all the time. My mother, with all qualities, was a beautiful mother. My father was a cock in the village. Guy who could fight, and those days fighting was the norm, what will make you bigger. So he could beat 5 men. So he was actually a man of pride. My mother was a mom of pride.
And beauty.
And beauty. Now, when she was expecting me, of course she would expect handsome or beautiful kid. But now when they gave birth to a person like these hands, crying with these hands, they would have thrown me away to keep their pride. Yeah. But they didn't. They didn't. And I wish people were like that. If they had thrown me away, by the way, my siblings would not have gone to school.
Because you've educated all of them?
All of them. All of them to up to the last one. All. Up to where they wanted to go to. They have gone to teachers' colleges. They've gone up to the university, and I've taught them. And I don't demand anything from them. I just told them, learn and be comfortable. I'll come and ask for tea only. Nothing else.
And now, your next big challenge, Godfrey, and you've been saying this. Yes. Marriage.
Yeah. Now, that is a big challenge. It's not a big challenge as such, because there are many women.
There are plenty.
There are plenty. But I normally say, there can be very many fish in Lake Victoria, but not all are edible. So, what happened actually about marriage is I would have married a long time ago. But 1999, when my mother passed on, I said, I have siblings. My mother is a strong person. Actually, mothers, I'm not saying fathers, mothers are very strong in the family.
Absolutely.
Very strong.
100%.
Very. So, because my mother passed on, I said, I'm a man. Let me take care of my siblings. Let me take them to school. Once they have gone to school, finished school, I can marry. And I told them, I can marry at 40, I can marry at 50, even 60, but I don't want to reach there. I can marry at that age, but let you guys be comfortable. So now I have that challenge. I have some beautiful lady who is still thinking of a wedding, and I'm saying, no, just come. But I'll be there.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
You'll let us know?
I will. Very beautiful one.
Godfrey, what a story, man. What a story. Because, at the end of the day, you're living your life. The world, or God, whatever you want to call it, they threw all these obstacles at you. But you overcame them. Yes. All the hurdles. And look at you now, man. Are you a religious person? Do you thank God for what happened in the end?
You have to. It is very obvious. You have the brain He has given you. You have everything He has given you. You've worked hard. You get your breakfast, lunch, supper, and some more to spend with other people. But at the end of the day, God is great. But He's not just great by you sitting there and saying God is great. The days of Moses, of manna, are gone. God gave us the brain, and go and utilize it. You go work well, work hard, then thank Him. So I thank God a lot. And it is through church that I got the Salvation, so it's through Salvation Army that I got this message from Action Aid. So if I was not going to church, I would not be here.
And that person, that woman or man out there who's about to give up on life, what bit of advice do you give them?
Please, why give up? There is no reason to give up in life. Each one of us, some people say, I've gone to school, I've reached Form 4, there's no job. Who said you have to go to Form 4 and get a job? Not a job. You don't need to get a job. You've gone to university, there's no job. Who said you have to get employed? People sell mitumbas and they become rich. That Mama Mboga who sells mboga is a very rich mother. Why are you giving up? I have done it with these things of mine, these hands of mine. Now, why are you giving up? If these hands of mine can do all that I've done, and there's more to come, why are you giving up? Some of you have everything. Some are disabled like me, yes, but you only have one leg that is not working well. Your hands are okay, your brain is okay. Think of what to do. Begin small. Don't look at Prime Minister, the President, they want to be there. You can't get there, they started down there. Start from somewhere. Start something. Don't give up. That is my message. Don't give up.
Malaria?
Yes.
Well done, my brother. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are incredible. Whoa! No words. Malaria has broken it down. And they call him Malaria because he was that good in football. Whoa! And not only that, in life. Look at him. Overcoming insurmountable odds without arms. Types 50 words a minute. More than most of us. Without even looking. And he's never given up. Each and every day, he says the bottom line, whatever God deals you, or like a friend of mine once told me, if life deals you lemons, you make lemonade. That's the bottom line. Pick up the book. Mlemavu, see Mimi. Disabled, not I. I tell you folks, this is the reason why we do what we do right here on the bench, because of people like Godfrey Ipale. What a guest. What a show. What a week it's going to be, folks. We are talking to people who have overcome insurmountable odds. Godfrey Ipale, up there with the best of the best. Real hero. Cannot find guests like Godfrey anywhere else, but right here on the bench, on the award-winning station, K24, where we are, even in times of mlemavu si mimi, we are all Kenyan.
All the time.
Well done, my brother, well done.
This is...
And the date is 15th.
Yes.
You're right. It's neater than mine.
Yes.
And faster too.
Faster. And that was on the leg here. What about on the table?
Capital Talk is filmed at Fairmont, the Norfolk.